Hi there. This is the first in a series of videos called Homesteading 101. The reason this came about is because someone recently posted a series of questions to us on our Facebook page asking all kinds of questions about homesteading. We thought the list of questions was so good that we wanted to make a series of videos on those questions. So here's the first one. The first one is called What Kind of Person Makes a Good Homesteader? You can find the rest of these videos under Homesteading 101 playlist on our YouTube channel. So go to youtube.com, find An American Homestead, and look for our playlist, Homesteading 101. Three years ago, my family left behind many conveniences of American life to live for 10 months in a small 25-foot trailer. My wife endured life doing laundry in cold, icy water in the winter. My father-in-law and I cut and hauled wood out of the forest to burn for warmth. Eventually, we found the land we are on today and built a homestead from the ground up. There was nothing when we moved on this land except for an old 19th century well built by homesteaders who once lived on this land back in the 1850s. We built a road, we had some prefabricated houses built, and began to carve out our existence on this very raw piece of land. So what kind of person does it take to make this kind of move? What kind of person do you need to be to pull up stakes from your climate-controlled 21st century environment to live for a while without many of the modern conveniences? For every person, this question can have a different answer. We are all different in scenarios and situations in life. This video will concentrate on the American family unit. This is for the American family that takes a look around the home and all of the trappings of modern life in general and wants to escape. They are seeking a more rewarding way of life. There has to be more to life than spending 2 hours a day in traffic going to and from work. There has to be more to life than spending all day in a stuffy office and stuck in a cubicle staring at a computer screen. Do I really want to spend all of my life living in a tight suburb with neighbors I don't even know and my kids spending all of their childhood looking at electronic devices all day? Do I really want to continue coming home 3 to 4 nights a week with takeout dinner that is totally unhealthy for myself and my family? You have to get out. You know it, and maybe even your spouse knows it and sees things the same way. What kind of person does it take to pull up stakes, sell everything you own, cash in all your investments, and move to your own piece of land where your life will change forever? What we have discovered after 3 years of living off-grid and building our own homestead is that the only thing that's needed by an individual or a family is the right attitude. Sounds simple, right? But it's not. Homesteading is hard work. It requires you to get up every day and attend to chores or work on new building projects. Every day that goes by that you get up and do your part makes life that much easier going forward. We started with nothing except some savings to get us started. We sold most of our possessions, cashed out of savings and investments, and unloaded everything unnecessary to allow us to begin our homesteading adventure. We opted to start out with raw land with nothing on it and build it from the ground up. It's totally possible that a family with substantial wealth could move to rural America, purchase land with an already amazing farmhouse, manicured gardens, barns, workshops, pastures, forest, and already have grid-tie access to electric, water, and sewer. You could do that. But would life really change all that much? For our family, the sense of accomplishment and self-worth came from building all of that ourselves, and then choosing to remain free from the grid-tie trappings that bring in modern American life. It's about attitude. Attitude. We get emails all the time from men and women who would love to take the plunge and live like we do. To start a homestead and grow their own food and homeschool their children and essentially escape the modern matrix that is America. But many times the other spouse isn't on board and doesn't like the idea of giving up TV or using a composting toilet or living without a refrigerator. They like eating out all the time. They see nothing wrong with all the processed foods at the supermarket or their children attending public schools. Talking about the family here, both spouses need to be on the same page before a jump like this can be made. Both need to have the same go-get-'em attitude to make an adventure like this work. Both spouses need to be sick of the rat race around them and be willing to accept the harsh realities of starting a homestead with limited financial ability and hard work. If this attitude is not present in both spouses, Becoming a homesteader while dragging the other spouse along for the ride will end in disaster. Disaster of the homestead and probably the marriage itself. There was a show called Frontier House by PBS a few years ago. It focused on 3 families who moved to the wilderness of Montana to become homesteaders for only 3 months. The show was strict in not allowing any of the modern conveniences to be used by the settlers during filming. They had to grow their own food and make do with what they had on the homestead. The situation was so stressful that after filming, 2 of the 3 families got a divorce. In the PBS situation, these families just wanted a chance to be on television and have their 15 seconds of fame. But trying to take a teenager who is used to chatting on her cell phone with her friends or removing a teen from his Xbox and placing him unwillingly in a spot where those devices no longer function is literally like taking a fish out of clean water and placing it in toxic water. The fish will struggle, and the stress of the fish may even kill it. Now, your teenager is not going to die if you take away his Xbox, but he may think he is. However, the stress of that situation combined with the teenager acting out has the ability to tear a family apart, and that is akin to the fish in the toxic water dying. You can't take a living creature that's used to its environment and unwilling to move from that environment and place it in a harsher environment and expect it to flourish. There has to be something that drives a person to seek out a new environment, even if it means for a while living in a harsher condition. Many of the emails we get on a daily basis will say that their family really wants to homestead, but they just don't have the money to pull up stakes and purchase land. While this may be true for some people, it's not true for most. Most Americans are laden down with their stuff. It really is a material world, and today we love our hobbies, our expensive toys, we love our investments. Even the poorest in this nation are rich compared to the poor nations around the world. If you sold the Xbox, the extra vehicle, the house, get rid of as much debt as possible, and sold that stupid $600 smartphone, and sold off all those expensive clothes, cashed in on those investments in 401k, and do the things that the American way of life actually tells you not to do, you might find that you actually have some wealth that you can use to get out of the city and purchase even a small piece of land way out in rural America, and have it be paid off. Oh no, how can I do that? How will I support my family way out there? It's too far to travel to a city to work, and I don't have a way to make a living out there. Again, attitude. Yeah, you might have to lower your standards a bit. You may have to eat beans and rice for a while instead of carry out Kentucky Fried Chicken and Domino's Pizza. Attitude. If you have the right one, your family has the right one, then you can find a way to make it happen, make it work, and be happy about it knowing the goal you have in mind. Set your goals. Once you set your goals on having a homestead and having a way to school your children, or come up with a home business idea, or a new career plan like raising cattle or farming, the right attitude will help all of it become a reality. It still won't be easy, and the proper attitude is something that needs to be maintained. But you can do it if your attitude is that of determination and success. Like I said before, each person's situation will be different, but each person's situation is not an impossible situation. You can do it. It's all about attitude. For more videos and great articles, go to our website at AmericanHomestead.com. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please click the thumbs up button below the video. It really means a lot to us. And be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Now you can support An American Homestead by becoming a patron. Visit patreon.com/AnAmericanHomestead to see all the benefits of becoming a patron of our channel. You'll get access to private videos, pictures, and even live question and answer sessions that you can participate in. Some patrons will even receive free gifts throughout the year from the Homestead. Visit patreon.com/AnAmericanHomestead to check it out and see the rewards of supporting our channel.